on a rugby pitch. And there is Yeston Harris, that late change in the Welsh side for the injured Sonny Parker. Rhys Williams, Mark Taylor, Tom Shanklin and Stephen Jones come into the back line as well. Well, the conditions here, I have to say, are rather Welsh. It's been hammering down with rain all day. The motorcycling at Phillip Island, the Grand Prix today, the rain seems to have come up from there. Tonga have made a late, frantic change at half-back. Pierre Holla moves from full-back to out-half. Va'anuku comes off the bench to full-back. So that's 5 changes from the side that lost to Italy. And inspirational captain Inoki Afeaki is out with a knee injury. There is that late change in the Welsh team, of course, just to confirm. And Alex Popham is at number 8 with Colin Jarvis on the open side. I wonder who'll be doing the kicking today. Will it be Yeston Harris 100% against Canada, or will it be Stephen Jones? And now the Sippy tie, the Tongan war dance. At least the rain, Jimmy Salmon, has eased off here. We're not quite sure about that late change in the Tongan team, whether it's tactical or a full muscle in the warm-up or whatever.
Yes, indeed. It'll be interesting to see as we look down the list of reserves for both sides. And I think the interesting thing is that Wales have chosen Jarvis, an open side flanker. I think that reflects the physicality they're expecting in this game. As the lads in the studio were saying, that the Tongans aren't afraid to tackle. And again, as they were saying, the scrummage is very important. I know that that's where Wales really want to get some ascendancy early on in this game. So the tight 5 for Wales have got to do a super job there and also secure their ball. Once that's done, retain it.
And the referee for this match, very experienced official, is Paul Honus, his 6th year as a professional referee. 6 Nations experience, including Ireland against England in 2001 at Lansdowne Road. I remember that one. It's the Tongans in white in their change strip. Normally would play in red, who kick off, and they have 4 or 5 players out there in the team who are carrying injuries into the game. Number 6 there, Fenekito, is actually one of them who dislocated his finger in the match against Italy.
Well, not a clean take by Wales, rather fortuitous to get away with that one. But a chance to clear their lines, organise themselves. They know it's going to be their line out and work out exactly how they're going to approach this game. I think we should add that there's not much wind to speak of. I know it's been a rainy day, but the wind is certainly not strong at all.
Well, having been in steamy Townsville with David Soule yesterday, and a 3.5-hour flight to Canberra today, it's like arriving on a different planet. It was about 20 degrees warmer. Totally different climatic conditions up there. As Wales try to maul, of course, their big game you would think would come against Italy. Tonga, the third best of the South Sea Islanders. They normally lose to Fiji and Samoa. So Wales should win this one reasonably comfortably, but the Tongans did put up a good fight against the Italian side, losing only 36 points to 12.
Crouch and hold. Engage.
Salilo Martins of the Celtic Warriors at scrum half for Tonga, delaying, knows a lot of his opponents. 6 Celtic Warriors in the Welsh team. Nice haircut. Cooper out to Stephen Jones, has a little look up and see, and one of those end-over-end kicks that are becoming more and more fashionable in the game these days, and a good start for Stephen Jones.
Yes, territorial gain for Wales. They won't be happy with their first line out, but they caught and drove but didn't actually get the ball out. See if they can disrupt the Tongan line out. Mayasi going to be throwing the ball in. Can they organise themselves?
Mayasi, who plays his rugby in Cornwall, Penzance.
Walk off the touch judge, please. Here's your mark. Give us a half-metre red in the middle. Hold.
Paul Honus is being very stringent in the opening 5 minutes. Mayasi, and that's a good throw and a good take. Here's Salilo Martins, and he's tackled by Charvis. Pick up and drive by Finikitau. Martins just creating a little bit of room for himself. And taken by Shanklin. Full back, it's Williams. Shanklin again. Strong man. Maybe hasn't got searing pace, but he has got strength. Cooper. Stephen Jones. Yeston Harris. What a game he had against Canada. That's Mark Taylor, the Lion in the centre. Cleared out by, but this time it's Robert Sidoli, who's got Italian qualifications, and it's intercepted by Cooper, but I think that's going to be... Well, hands were used. I was going to say offside, but hands were used initially.
Yes, Tonga got to keep their discipline, and I think Wales will have a go at goal here. It looks like Stephen Jones is going to answer your question. It's going to be he that takes the kicks of goal. Interesting that Shanklin's playing on the right wing. Mark Jones is the other winger playing on the left, and as we see the penalty, hands over the top of the ruck. And but they've got Shanklin on the right wing and Mark Jones on the left, which is an interesting shout because they're listed the other way around, and Mark Jones played right wing last weekend against Canada. But Stephen Jones getting into the tournament, and hopefully he can start with 3 points on the board and settle the Welsh team down.
Stephen Jones, the former captain of Wales, with an excellent start. So between them, Harris and Jones have made quite an impact on this tournament with the boot so far. Wales 3, Tonga 0.
Wales lead 3-0.
Yes, the pouring rain that so destroyed the 150 and 125 and 250 races at Phillip Island has crept here to Canberra today, and now it's eased off as it did for the 500 race. So hopefully we'll get their weather, which means it shouldn't be wet for the rest of the match. Thank you, Michael Fish.
Hands off, White.
Jones, and again he's looked for that little end-over-end kick into the space down this near side, and it's picked up by that late replacement fullback Sila Vaianuku, and a fine boot from him.
It certainly was a very fine boot from him. He's even chased it up as well. That's a great gain from Tonga, and can they spoil the Welsh line-out on this occasion? Certainly in the first line-out they had Gareth Llewellyn in the middle, but it's a short line-out, they won it well.
Back now, White, from the back now. Where you go, Sivan?
Cooper. looking very relaxed underneath the ball there was Fanua. He took it well. Salilo Martins. Holla going to midfield. And that's the big centre, number 12, John Payne. This time using the back row. Afiaki, Stanley Afiaki. Set of brothers in this Tongan outfit. And Salilo Martins with a probing little kick. My goodness. That is accurate.
The good thing is that Wales forced him to kick. Their first up tackling has been excellent so far. They've got to maintain that, frustrate them. But Martins is left-footed and used it to good effect there. Nothing Shanklin could do running back. Although when Gareth Cooper puts up the high ball, I'd like to see Shanklin compete for the ball in the air, not wait for Tuifua to collect it.
White, come across, please.
Nathan Davis of the Celtic Warriors. In his Rugby World Cup debut. This time they go to the tail. Taken by Sidoli once more.
Up 10. No. Number 1. Back here.
The line out again. Man penalised is Kisi Pulu, the loose head.
Just do on the 15. That's it there. That's it. Yep. Good discipline there, guys, to hold the goal line. Yeah, thank you.
Running with a leap, isn't he?
Well, he's mistouched, and it's taken by Tuifua.
Right time, leave it red! Last feet, 7.
Martins to Holla. And trying to charge through the middle of that
last feet now, red.
Welsh defence with the big back row forwards. Holla, John Payne, he's tackled by Popham.
Hands out, 2!
Hands away, says the referee, and Salilo Martins gets it to Holla. There's a Tongan down injured.
White.
That's a good tackle by Yeston Thomas, the loose head.
Off 8.
Tongans have made a reasonable start here, as indeed did Canada against the Welsh. Pick up by Mayasi.
Cross forward, 5 red.
Not forward by Sidoli. Robert Sidoli, the second row forward for Wales, who used to play for the Ironman Club and whose father Primo owned the Busy Bee fish and chip shop in his hometown, and was asked to play for Italy, or if he would be prepared to play for Italy, but decided that he wanted to represent the country of his birth.
Can you tell by that tattoo who's done? I think it might be Afiaki. I'm not sure. But certainly Wales under pressure there, and Stephen Jones didn't help by not finding touch from the penalty kick. He's got to find his touches, he's got to get his forwards going forward and get into these set pieces which they can control.
Tavita Tuifua, who plays his club rugby in Auckland, was the man who was injured.
Come forward, red, crouch and hold. Engage. Settle.
Martins, the pick up at number 8 by Ben Hur Cavallo. Here's Martins, and coming into the line as the replacement, fullback Vayaneku. A little bit of incision from the Tongans. And they're getting a penalty which Salilo Martins wants to take quickly. But it's a little bit like the Canadian match all over again. The first 15 minutes or so, it took the Welsh quite a long time to settle into the match and dominate the opposition.
Indeed, and Tonga will be very encouraged by the ability to break through the Welsh defensive line. The penalty was given for throwing the ball into touch, which you're not allowed to do. Great line by Anuku, and then good inside. I was on again inside. There was Afiaki inside as well, but there's that hand that threw the ball deliberately into touch, and I thought it should be a penalty 15 yards in. Rather than where the player actually handed in. I thought it was 15 yards in, but I'll get into my law book and come back to you on that one.
Ring Clive Norling, he'll tell you. Pierre Holla, who has played out half many times before for Tonga and landed 44 points against Korea in the final repechage match. 17 conversions from 17. You can see the rain still falling steadily here in Canberra. Holla looking extremely focused. And it's nicely struck too. Well, excellent. Tonga tying things up here. A penalty from Stephen Jones and one from Pierre Holla.